Today News Update.
This is your Barbados Today Evening News Update for Monday, July 4th. Thanks for joining us. Relatives and friends, as well as neighbors of a family of four found dead in their home in the wee hours of this morning, are reeling from their sudden death as investigators try to piece together the details of what led to the tragic incident. The four, two adults and two children, were reportedly found in a bedroom of their home after what neighbors said sounded like an explosion followed by fire. Acting Police Public Relations Officer Inspector Stephen Griffith, who disclosed the names of the deceased, said that the report to the police was received just after 3:30 a.m.
For investigations, the names of the persons who are deceased in the home is as follows. Anthony Lovell, he's 49 years old. Alison Lovell, she's 46 years old. Abrielle Lovell, she's 12 years old. And Alexander Lovell, he's 10 years old. Again, the commissioner and the members of the police, or of the Barbados Police Service, would want to again offer our condolences to the family.
Prime Minister Mia Mottley, who is currently in Suriname attending the annual CARICOM summit, sent condolences to the relatives of the deceased.
I really want to say that my heart literally goes out to the extended family, and I'm sure that all Barbadians do, and that we would want to keep the extended family in their prayers. Death of young people and young children at such a tender age in such a tragic way really is not something that we should ever become accustomed to. And to that extent, therefore, I think that all of us across the nation will feel some sense of trauma upon learning of the news this morning. The authorities are in the middle of their investigations, and I anticipate that once that is done, we will have a fuller picture of what really transpired. But at this stage, I think all of us just need to hold up each other and to hold up for the trauma that we feel collectively as a people, but hold up the family, extended family in particular, who must be fully and truly traumatized at the loss of their family. And as I said, I mean, the thought of such young children and young people losing their lives in this tragic way has really hurt my heart.
Meantime, a Minister of People Empowerment and Elder Affairs, Kirk Humphrey, spoke to reporters at the scene about the assistance being given to relatives of the deceased and members of the community.
Really a very sad day and a tragedy. We've spoken to the parents of the husband who is now deceased, and we were made aware that there were four persons in the household, a husband and wife and two young children. And we brought with me 6 social workers, including the chief welfare officer. They're here to do the necessary psychosocial reports and to figure out if the family needs anything, and to speak to the neighbors who may also need counseling as well as a result of the tragedy. The officers are going to be here on site for the remainder of the day. We've taken the information of the parents as well, and in the future, in the near future, maybe in the next few days, we will contact them to see if there's anything that the family would need help with. This could be anything ranging from financial support, regrettably, sad as it is to say, support with the funeral if necessary, and so on. We've also been in contact with the Ministry of Health to have a health officer come and speak to the family in case there is a need.
In other news, this Monday, government's COVID-19 public advisor, David Ellis, has resigned some 10 months after taking up the position. Ellis, a veteran media practitioner who took up the post in September last year, on Monday revealed on Current Affairs program Down to Brass Tacks that he had resigned. However, the retired station manager of Starcom Network Inc. did not give any further details on his decision. Students writing tomorrow's Common Entrance examination have been urged to do their best. The words of encouragement from Minister of Labour Colin Jordan and Member of Parliament for St James North Edmund Hinkson as they addressed students of the Gordon Greenwich Primary School this morning. Minister Jordan told the students while tomorrow's exam is important, it is but one of many exams to come.
All of you are going to a secondary school. When you get to a secondary school, to move from first form to second form, is going to be some testing. And from second form to third form, and to every form until you finish school, there's going to be testing. So life is about testing, and life is about testing because testing is really something that tells you how well you're doing and where you need to make improvements. That's really what tests are about. Tests are an assessment.
Hinkson, who echoed the words of his colleagues, told the 11-plus students that there was nothing on the exam papers that their teachers had not already prepared them for.
So don't feel pressure, that's the first thing, and I agree with my colleague with what he said. It is another test, yes, the most important assessment that you've had in your life to date. But you've had previous tests and you will have many more in your future life because that is what life is about, examinations and testing. And you have been trained by your teachers who are specialized in this field. In these tests, you've done many past papers before, I know, under exam conditions, in other words, to finish them within the time limit that you will have tomorrow. So nothing that you see tomorrow on any of these exam papers you have not done before. And all we are doing as policy makers, as leaders of this country, as well as I'm sure your teachers, is asking you to do your best.
Regional and international news coming up after this short break.
Pure oxygen is way more than just water. We infuse pristine water with over 1 billion tiny oxygen bubbles using our state-of-the-art process. The benefits of additional oxygen are huge, from strengthening your immune system to increasing energy levels, stamina, and sports performance. And that's not all. It also improves skin health, helps you sleep better, and reduces stress. Join the movement of people experiencing the benefits of Pure Oxygen. It's not hype, it's science.
To news from the region, former Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell was on Monday sworn in as Grenada's opposition leader, 11 days after his new National Party was defeated at the polls. He said while he is honored to have accepted the mantle to lead the opposition in the country's parliament for the immediate period, he will not remain as political leader after the party holds its convention next year.
Leader of the new National Party. I do not intend to hold this position beyond the party's next convention. But let me add, the process of the next convention should be orderly and timely, and no one will push the party to do what he or she wants. Let it be very clear. I will remain committed to representing the people of Northwest St. George's. Who have elected me for the last 38 years with 5 more years to go. That is 43 years. A lot of people die within 43 years.
And finally, on the international scene, police Monday identified a 22-year-old man as a person of interest in a shooting that killed 6 people at a 4th of July Independence Day parade near the U.S. city of Chicago. The police say he is considered armed and dangerous. According to reports, the event in the city of Highland Park was suddenly halted after several shots were heard. City authorities said 24 people had also been hospitalized.
This morning at 10:14, our community was terrorized by an act of violence that has shaken us to our core. Our hearts go out to the families of the victims during this devastating time. On a day that we came together to celebrate community and freedom, we're instead mourning the tragic loss of life and struggling with the terror that was brought upon us. While we've all felt the burden of this terrible act, I want to pause and thank the first responders who ran towards the danger to render aid during this active shooter situation. We saw individuals who responded selflessly and put themselves at risk to save others.
That's news. But for the very latest, visit us at www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, like us on Facebook, and sign up for our breaking news alerts via WhatsApp. We're also on Isomy medium bus terminals as well as screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. And you can also hear us on Capital Media HD 99.3 FM.